Oh, hey. This video is sponsored by Badass Swords, man. You can't beat it. Hey guys, AJYT Abbott here, and welcome back to another review for The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live. Today we're going to be talking about Season 1, Episode 2, titled Gone. And man, telling you right off the bat, this is another W. This was another epic win, another epic episode for The Walking Dead universe. So, there will be spoilers. I'll have a spoiler section. Time code right there. You can click there and get right into the spoilers, right into the juicy stuff, because there is a lot of it. And, but for right now, this segment of the video, we're going to keep it short. I'm going to list off things I liked, and we're going to get right on into spoilers, okay? So, starting off with Danai Gurira, obviously being back as Michonne. She is phenomenal in this episode. Andrew Lincoln earned his Emmy Award in the last episode, and she earns hers in this one. Her journey is just as heartbreaking, just as emotional, just as psychologically damaging, just really sad, almost as sad as Rick was. And it's tough to see Michonne in such a tough spot. She's holding out hope that Rick is alive. She meets these people, led by this woman, I forget what her name is, but she has a sister and her boyfriend, played by King Bach, and this other guy named Nat. They kind of split off from that group and join her in her quest to find Rick. They really want to see her reunite with him. They're really solid characters, so I'll get into them in a bit. Nat in particular, the guy that played him, phenomenal job. But of course, the most important thing about this episode is showing us how we got from Michonne leaving with that group at the end of Season 10, Episode 13, when she left the show, to getting to, of course, last episode, where we get the reunion between Rick and Michonne at the end, or at least the beginning of the reunion. And, I don't think it's much of a spoiler to say that we don't, obviously we get the reunion in this episode. Come on. Okay? We got the start of the reunion last episode, so we already know they were going to reunite this episode. So, they do reunite. It's fantastic. It's emotional. I'm loving it. The actors, and Andy and Danai, they're both selling it really well. They really have, never left these characters. They have always carried them within them, even when they weren't filming the show. It's really great. So, they get, one of my favorite parts of this episode is there's a huge, massive walker horde that we saw, obviously, at the end of Season 11, the final episode. It's massive, and Michonne's got this grenade launcher. She's shooting them out there. That was really awesome, seeing them blow up. That was really sick to see. I really liked that. And there's a lot of, I'll admit, okay, so there is a lot of, scenes where we're sitting down and we're taking a breather, we're talking about, is it really worth keeping up this journey to find Rick? Because, let me tell you, they go through hell and back trying to get Michonne to point A to point B, trying to find Rick. It is a crazy journey they go through, so, really, let's just get right into that crazy journey, okay? I'm gonna go into spoilers now. That's just a little rundown of the episode. I really, really enjoyed it. It's right up there with Episode 1. Phenomenal episode. Great performances, great characters, great sequences, nice emotion, very well done reunion scene, and there's a nice surprise at the end that I'll get into during the spoilers that I really am looking forward to what comes of that. So, if you guys don't want to get spoiled, leave now, because I'm about to enter them. So, entering the spoilers, the surprise that I'm talking about is, of course, at the end of the episode, where Pollyanna McIntosh returns as Jadis. She was in The Walking Dead World Beyond. She killed Huck. She, got away pretty easily from the kids. They weren't much of a threat to her. I don't think they were ever going to kill her. And she's been training soldiers and stuff like that. She's obviously pretty high up, I would say, in the ranks. And it's revealed that she knows that Michonne is, Rick and Michonne have reunited. He's like, oh, that's great. The fact that Michonne got here, if anyone could have gotten here, it would be her. But the fact that she's here now, Jadis is getting obviously very suspicious of what Rick's intentions are. So we end the episode with her just saying, Rick, what the fuck are you doing? That was really great. I love the line delivery on that. That was a great way to end the episode. But yeah, great to have Jadis back. She's always been a very interesting character, even though it's very easy to hate her. She's still really great in this role. And it's making me nervous, you know? I'm going through Rick's head. It's like, oh, yeah, like, she could just tell the CRM where Alexandria and everybody is and just have them all killed at any instant. But she mentions a deal that they have, a long-standing agreement, and I think we're gonna maybe get a flashback or something like that. Maybe telling us what that agreement is, so maybe that has to do with, you know, Alexandria and everybody and keeping all of that kind of quiet. So, I'm interested to see how that comes into play here, but yeah, that's gotta be absolute torture for Rick. We get this great journey, like I was saying in the earlier part of the video, with Michonne, Nat, I believe it is, I can't remember their names. It's King Bach's character and his pregnant girlfriend, and they're, you know, we're getting some great banter between them. You know, Nat is this very like moral compass type character. He's like, look, Rick was blown up on a bridge, and you expect him to be alive, and then they're like, dude, you might want to tread lightly on that subject, and Michonne's like, yeah, what he said. They get Michonne geared up. They give her that armor that we see her wear in, you know, the last episode of The Walking Dead. It's really badass. And, you know, she tells them, she's like, you know, you don't have to keep traveling with this caravan. You could just go back to Alexandria. I could tell you where it is. And they're like, and then, you know, when it comes to her facing off against that horde, they come back and they make the horde separate, which I thought was really awesome. I would have loved to see her ride through that, but that's okay. We can't have it all. It's very rare that you get just a random group of people that are like, you're looking for your husband? Oh my gosh, yes, let's do it. Let's go with you. Like, you rarely find a group of people in the Walking Dead universe that are as nice as these guys. I was really shocked by that. Of course, though, good things can never last, so the CRM shows up, and they drop some gas, some mustard gas, and, everyone dead. Everyone is dead. King Bach and his girlfriend managed to at least get in this building with Michonne and Nat before they tap out. The girlfriend dies and turns and, you know, kills King Bach's character, so he didn't last very long. And then, but Nat does survive. Nat and Michonne survive, and they bond over this time because it takes a long time for them to heal because the gas, like, burns out their lungs and their throats and stuff. They could hardly talk. They can really hardly even talk. But eventually Michonne gets her strength back. They're like, alright, let's get going back on this journey. And then we get to where we are now, present day. And, of course, we get the reunion between Rick and Michonne. Beautiful, phenomenal acting. Loved it. And everything's going great. And then Nat gets shot. Damn it. Really liked Nat. Wish he could have stayed longer, but the ones who live is sometimes going to be called the ones who die, apparently, because this show is loving killing off its characters. They killed off Okafor last episode, and then they kill off, like, 3 new characters that we meet in this episode. It's like, damn, this show's not screwing around. So, I like that, though. You know, it keeps you on your toes, kind of. But then Rick is like, you know, even in the midst of this great reunion, he's like, look, they're coming. We need to come up with a story. You need to tell them a fake name. You need to hide any trace that you are from Alexandria or anything like that, because if they find out where you're from and that you're connected to me, then nothing's going to be good. We're not going to get out, and they're going to kill us both, most likely. So, Rick concocts this plan. He's going to aim his gun at Michonne, and the helicopter comes down, mirroring the shot from the end of Season 11, the final episode. Which was cool. And, yeah, Michonne crafts this great story, but, you know, it's only so much because Jadis is right there listening to it, so she's like, I see. I see what they're doing here. So, she comes in there to question Rick, and that's where we leave off the episode. So, another fantastic episode. I'm loving this series so much. Let me know what you guys are thinking of it. I would love to know your thoughts on this episode and the series as a whole so far. Let me know how excited you are to see what's going on with Jadis and everybody. You know, what's going to be the plan with Rick and Michonne getting out. It looks like in the preview for next episode that Thorne is starting to catch on to, you know, Michonne not really being who she says she is, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, just let me know in the comments in general what you guys are, thinking about this series, because I am loving it. Alright, that's going to be it for this review. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Leave a like and a comment telling me, like I said, your thoughts on the episode. Make sure to subscribe for more reviews and more movie reviews and more awesome content. See you guys next time. Take care. Goodbye.